Okay. Hello. It's been a while. God, oh, my allergies flared up so badly. In the last week of August, I had to actually go to the hospital and get new medication for that. And like, it took me a while to kind of get used to it. I just really wasn't sleeping well because of all of this. Like, I'd fall asleep, but I'd just be in this state where I'm asleep, but also I'm not. Like, I'm very aware of everything that's happening around me, so the smallest of sounds would just wake me up. Anyways, I am better now, and I am back. And it is also my birthday week, so of course I have to be back. Like, yeah, that doesn't make sense for to not to be back. Anyways, so as tradition would have it, and yes, we are making this a tradition because we did this last year, and I was like, hey, let's do it this year again because we didn't finish last year. We are doing another Vampire Media Smash or Pass. I have added new characters to the list. The old ones who didn't get a chance last time are still there, and it should be fun all around. This list, like, you can just expect this to keep happening every year until we run out of vampire media, though we shouldn't. But if we do, I will simply cry. Oh boy. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, hold on. There we go. Right. So for this year, we have Vampire Night characters and the Vampire Diaries characters, with some original characters sprinkled in. Not everybody got a chance. I don't know why. It just didn't, the picture didn't load. Whatever, we're just going with it. And the new introductions would be characters from Castlevania Season 1. We'll go to season, like, the Castlevania Nocturne some other time. Then we have characters from Interview with the Vampire, the TV show, not the movie. I haven't seen the movie and I kind of don't want to, so I like the TV show though. And then we have characters from Buffy, which I recently rewatched the entirety of. But of course, we don't have all the characters from Buffy because like that has 7 seasons with a lot of recurring characters. So I just stuck to like the main ones. And of course, this also doesn't have characters from Angel because I haven't seen that and I kind of don't want to see that. So anyways, we should get started. Wait, before I do that, I need some music in here. What the hell am I doing? Okay, cool. Music. Right. So we'll be starting with Vampire Night because clearly that's at the top of the list. And since I've spoken so much about this damn show in the past, it would make sense for me to not start with Vampire Night. So let's see. The first person in the list is Kaname Kuran. Lord, please, sir, you need therapy. Actually, no, you don't need therapy. You need to be in jail. You are a criminal. Like, I'm pretty sure there are people who stan Kaname out there. I am not one of them because this man clearly has issues. I don't care what your vampire culture is. You do not marry your great granddaughter or whatever Yuki is supposed to be. The way they're connected is so complicated and so unnecessary. The writer of Vampire Night, what the fuck were you on? Let's see. I'm not doing the games this time that I did last time because, like, I feel like that adds time that I do not have. And honestly, I am too old to be meowing just because I lost a pet. I'm an adult. As if I wasn't one last year. Things change, people change. I have changed. I'm not the person I used to be 5 minutes ago. So, anyways, the next person is Yuki. Listen, if anyone has heard me rant about Vampire Night, they know that I have absolutely no love for Yuki. I think she is annoying as heck. She constantly needs people to save her, and like, listen girl, if you just put your two brain cells together, the answer is right in front of you, but she spends the majority of the first season of the anime just completely confused and just keeps on making these decisions that make me go like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't like her, so she can go to jail with Kaname, especially for what she did to my boy Zero. He deserved better. Screw you, Yuki. Oh lord. This is just another way for me to rant about Vampire Night. I should get over it, but I won't. I choose not to. I choose to be negative. Anyways, next is Zero. I feel so bad for him. Like, my guy never stood a chance. Like, Zero lost his family in a horrible accident. Can you even call it an accident? Attempted murder. So he lost his family. His brother turned against him. He was turned into a half-blood vampire, which meant that he would eventually be consumed by his bloodlust to the point that he'd lose his mind. His brother joined the enemy, so he had to kill his brother. And then the girl that he fell in love with rejected him and ended up falling in love with her brother, who then turned out to be her great ancestor. And then she had a baby with her great ancestor, and only when the ancestor went into a deep sleep did she give Zero a chance. And even then, by the end of the story, Zero is dead. What did this poor man do to deserve such treatment? I don't understand. Like, whoever wrote Vampire Night had something against Zero. Like, they were just not okay with him being happy. They were like, you were built to suffer and only suffer. And as much as I love Zero, I think he needs therapy more than anything else, because after everything he's been through, he needs help. Poor guy. Oh lord. Okay, the next one is Hanabusa. I don't remember his full name. Honestly, he wasn't very relevant in the story. Like, he followed Kaname and everything, but yeah, they never really did much with the side characters in this show. So like, I'm just gonna put him in the pass list. I'm not interested, I'm sorry. The most I remember about him is that I found him very annoying, so anyways. Then this is Yuki's dad, Kane. I think that's his name. His name is Kane. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names, and I read this manga so long ago, and I actively do whatever I can to forget about Vampire Night and everything associated with it. So we're gonna pretend his name is Kane, and yeah, he goes in the Smash category because, listen, I don't need to explain myself to anybody. Hello, hi, how are you? I'm fine. Lord, this is not going good. We only have one person in the Smash category, and already two of them are in jail. Her name is Luca. Again, I don't remember the names of a lot of these characters because I actively try to forget them. I hate this. I hate Vampire Night with a passion. She, again, doesn't have much of a presence in the story. Like, most of the vampires don't. They only exist to kind of flock around Kaname and go and just, put him on this pedestal. But they don't really have much of a personality. And the most, like, Luca's personality was basically that she was in love with Kaname. That's it. She was, like, she loved Kaname. So, ma'am, you have a simping problem. And I can relate to that. I do have a simping problem, but yours is a bit too extreme, so you need therapy. Then we have Shiki. What do I remember about Shiki? He was supposed to be like a model or actor within the story, and like, yeah, he didn't have much of a personality either. He was like always sleepy. And then he gets possessed by the bad guy who turns out to be his dad. I'm giving major spoilers here, so if you're like interested in reading Vampire Night, I don't know, why would you want to do that? But if you are, you shouldn't be here. But yeah, he got possessed by his dad, who was the bad guy. For some reason, when I was young and I saw Vampire Night for the first time, season 1, before the whole mess, I had a big crush on him. But I think that was mostly because he had a very emo aesthetic. And I am anything like I have very basic taste. I'm basic as fuck, man. I see an emo boy and I'm instantly in love. So that's why I used to be like really into him. Kind of still am, so he'll go in the smash category. There was nothing very problematic about him. He was just like really sleepy. And that's like something that I can work with as well, because I too am sleepy all the time. I think we would get along well. And I think I mixed up these two characters. I think this is supposed to be, you know what, just go in the past category. Like, you were so forgettable. Like, even I don't remember anything about you. So that ends the Vampire Night category of this stream. Thank God. Listen, if you're here for the first time and you cannot understand why I have such an issue with Vampire Night, I'm just gonna say that don't be curious. Don't look the show up. Save yourself. This is my advice to you. You will thank me, believe me. You will. Anyways, let's move on to the Vampire Diaries. I have a very love-hate sort of relationship with the Vampire Diaries, because at one point it was good, but then it wasn't. And when it wasn't good, it just kept going downhill until the very end. Like, it just didn't have a high point after it went downhill. The writers just gave up, and it had so many issues. So the pictures that I currently have are like a mix of the Vampire Diary and the original characters. So we're just gonna go with it. Don't question me. I mean, even if you do, I don't have an answer. It's just how it loaded. So the first person in this list would be Elena Gilbert. So let's see. The trajectory of Elena's life is basically her parents die, then she falls in love with a vampire, and then everything in her life starts going downhill after that. Her aunt dies, then she dies, then her best friend dies, then she comes back to life. But Bonnie died so many times in the show. Like, a lot of people died in her life, basically. So I would put her in the therapy category. Also, mostly because even with the therapy, I wouldn't want to date Elena. She's kind of boring. Like, after one point, she gets so exhausting because she keeps on making these decisions that are like, girl, why are you doing that? Who asked for this? Like, basically, she would be in danger. The team would make a plan. Okay, this is what we're gonna do to save her. And Elena would be like, nah, I'm gonna do my own thing. And then she would screw up all the plans and then get herself in danger again. You have a problem, Elena, and that problem is you. Oh god. Then there's Stefan. I don't mind Stefan, to be very honest. He isn't a bad character. He had that whole good guy thing going on, like tortured good guy. Like, he's done so much wrong in his life, so he's always tortured and doesn't think he deserves happiness or whatever. Actually, you know what? Let's put Stefan in the smash category, because we like good men here. This is a new year, new me, new standards. And yeah, if you think about it, Stefan was always nice to the people he dated, unless he was in Ripper phase, which just made him more interesting, because Ripper Stefan knew how to have fun and, be sarcastic and make jokes. So yeah, smash, let's go. Oh lord. I hate saying the word smash so much. It makes me feel like I'm a juvenile, like I'm just like a child. I don't know, I really don't like it. So I just start laughing every time I say it. Let's see. Damon. Do I like Damon? Growing up, like when I was a kid, like a teenager, let's say, I did like Damon. I thought he was like, oh my god, he's a bad boy. Oh my god. You know, but then I grew up and I rewatched Vampire Diaries and I realized he's kind of a mess. Like a big hot mess that never stops being a mess. And you know what? I'm not like a well settled person. I too am a mess in a way. But Damon is a bit extreme. So I'm just gonna put him in the jail category. Mostly because he has a tendency to kill people when he doesn't get his way. And you know, I don't mind villains, I actually really like villains. But Damon's the kind of villain that kind of resembles a 5-year-old child who didn't get what he wanted, so now he's throwing a tantrum. Yeah. They never let him grow on the show. They always like kind of just kept him very. He's remained the same throughout the 7 seasons actually. Like at one point he joined the good guys, but then like certain personality traits, the negative ones, still remain the same. So yeah, definitely jail. And then we have Klaus. I must say therapy for Klaus, because he has serious issues and he too has a tendency to throw tantrums like a child, and I do not really like children. He has major issues. Like, how do you date someone you don't trust? And Klaus doesn't trust anybody, not even himself, I think, sometimes. Like, you know that one meme where the person is like holding a gun and pointing it at himself, and it's like, trust no one, not even yourself? That is just basically Klaus personified. So yeah, therapy for sure. Vicky is annoying as heck, and she also has issues, so she can go in the therapy category as well. Because god, if I have to listen to her whine about her life and how bad she has it, I'm gonna punch someone, most likely her. She wasn't in the show for long though, she died pretty quickly, so that's that, I guess. Cammy was pretty as a character. She was very boring. The whole psychologist stick was like I think they specifically created Cammy to be a love interest for Klaus, and because of that they didn't like give her a lot of opportunities to grow herself, like be a different person, because a lot of her storylines were always revolving around Klaus. And the one time where she goes like villain mode, it's also the one time she becomes stupid. Not that she was very smart, but she just starts doing like stupid shit. Like they make this whole thing like, you know, she's like gonna be badass, she's gonna use her knowledge of the dark arts to fight her enemies, and then she just doesn't, and then she dies. So yeah, I mean, she was nice at least. She has that. So I think we can also put her in therapy. No, actually no, I think she's pretty well settled by the end of by the end of her run in the show, so we'll put her in the past category. I think that's better. Yeah, we can't give everyone therapy. This is gonna get very crowded otherwise. Not that these characters can't do a therapy. I think they all need a therapist. Only they would need a therapist that's immortal, like to the point that nothing can kill them, because I'm pretty sure some of them would try to kill their therapist if their therapist pissed them off. You would have to have like really, really good life insurance. Yeah. Rebecca. I don't mind. Like, I really didn't like her in the Vampire Diaries. She was kind of annoying, but didn't mind her in the originals. Though again, it was kind of like they didn't know what to do with her, because they started putting her in these like super boring storylines, like the whole body swap thing, then the whole she's gonna take down Klaus and Marcel thing where she just doesn't do anything in the end. Yeah, it's like they started on that journey and went like, nah, we don't want to do that anymore, and just completely forgot about it. So I'm gonna put her in the pass category because I'd like to be her friend, but I don't think I'm gonna date her because I feel like if we dated and then we broke up, it would not end well for me. And I like it when things end well for me. So, what was her name? Wait, fuck, what was her name? It was just in my head like 5 minutes ago. I completely forgot. Like, Rebecca, Klaus, Cole, Elijah, Vincent, Freya. That's her name. There's so many originals. One or two is fine. So many of them. Anyways, Freya. I was okay with her, until she kidnapped her girlfriend and pretty much kept her prisoner. I mean, they weren't dating at the time, but still. You know what, ma'am? You need therapy as well. You have issues to deal with. A lot of them. Good luck to you. Catherine. Catherine. You know what? You can go in the Smash category. I kind of like Catherine. She was always fun. Like, she kept things entertaining. And if they'd used her better, she could be such a great villain, but... CW. I think Vampire Diaries was CW, wasn't it? Yeah. I don't expect much from them. Do I like Marcel? Again, this is another confusing character because they'd start storylines and just never kind of end them. So a lot of the times, like, and by the end of it, he was just kind of whipped for Rebecca. Like, like his whole will they, won't they thing with Rebecca was kind of annoying. Every person he dated was kind of annoying, actually. Do we like Marcel? You know what? We like Marcel in this household. Out of all the vampires, he was like the more mature one. Though he does have a tendency, when you put him and Klaus together in a room and put them in a room when they're getting along, they'll just do the stupidest things. Jeremy, you go to therapy, sir. Jeremy was so boring. Like, they tried to do this whole hunter thing with him, but I don't think they ever kind of figured out how to do that. He was always so boring, and they just kept killing him. Yeah, after Bonnie, I think Jeremy is the character in the show that died or almost died the most. Let's see. Damon breaks his neck when Lena rejects him. He gets shot. He gets his neck broken and drained of blood because of Catherine. Bonnie temporarily stops his heart, so that's 4. Does he survive? Yeah, he does survive in the end. I don't know how he does it, but he does survive in the end. But that's like 4 times, and he's not there in the show a lot, so that's a lot of deaths. So I think with Jeremy, it would be like he'd constantly keep dying, so you would have to just be like, the first time you'd be hurt, the second time also maybe, but the third or fourth you'd just be like, bro, what the hell? Who is this? That face got cut off. I think this was supposed to be Cole. I didn't like Cole in the Vampire Diaries. He was like that annoying sibling. He had this annoying sibling energy where, you tell them not to do something and they'd go and do that one thing, or like the sibling, they're always like, oh, I'm not touching you, and just have their face in your, their hand in your face the whole time. Yeah. He was fine in the originals. Then again, he also died a lot. well, all these characters die a lot and then come back to life. They just don't stay dead. Like, if you're going to die, then die, don't come back. Oh god, that sounds so weird out of context. But that advice is only for vampires. Please. I'm gonna put him in jail category, mostly because he's like an annoying younger sibling, and if he was my younger sibling, I would want to punch him at all times. God, we're going through this so fast. When you take the games out of it, everything moves so much faster. Mostly because I'm not spinning a wheel and going meow into the mic for like 10 minutes. I get to keep my dignity this time. Oh, what dignity? What does it even matter anymore? Enzo. Enzo was kind of unhinged when he was first introduced in the show, because he had this whole thing where he wanted to torture Matt for trying to kill him, so he uses Matt to get to Stefan's niece. Yeah, human niece, and like, oh god, that whole arc was so messy. But I didn't. Apart from that, though, I didn't mind, and so he had good character development throughout his time in the show. He did die permanently, but yeah, I didn't mind Enzo. I also like guys with accents. The bar is in hell. Well, this is a Vampire Smash Opa, so I mean, if you were just looking for characters who are morally right, we'd get nowhere. That'd be like just one person in the list. So let's put Enzo in Smash. Elijah. Dude, okay, listen. I loved Elijah during his time on the show. Like, I loved everything about him. I really like his character. But I would never date Elijah, because Elijah's world revolves around his siblings, specifically Klaus. Like, he died because Klaus died. That's not a person I can commit myself to, like, please. Listen, prioritizing your family is good, but to this point, it's kind of unhealthy. So I'd say Elijah needs some therapy to work on whatever attachment issues he has. His name is Vincent, right? No, I feel like his name is something else. Kevin? I don't think his name was Kevin. You know what? Whatever his name was, he's going in the past category. He was like barely in the show, and when he was in the show, he just kept going on about how much he wanted to die. Like, he's like, I'm ready to die, mother, kill me. And also, he has like mommy issues. Like, yeah, you go in the past category. Like, they never were able to do anything with this character when he was in the show, apart from just bring him in, make him whine, and then kill him. Yeah, every time he was introduced into the show, he was killed like 5 seconds later. Lord. Haley, definitely in the Smash category. I didn't like Haley when she was in the Vampire Diaries, but I did like her in the originals. Like, she was badass in the originals. Really loved her development throughout the show. Hated the way she died. Like, they killed her off in the stupidest way possible, and like tried to make it seem so emotional. Like, oh, look at her, she's making the biggest sacrifice possible for her family. And I'm just like, she didn't have to. There were other ways. She's a vampire, but whatever. What do I know? Clearly, I'm not the show's writer. Julie Black, you will never find peace. I guess that was supposed to be Matt before his face got cut off for some reason. And for Matt, I'd say you require therapy, sir. Like, serious, intensive therapy. Because not only is his life fucked up, but his mental state is also very fucked up because he has such anger issues even before he gets turned into a werewolf. Like, to a point where it's like, bro, calm down. Like, you know that one meme where Drake's character's like, whoa, that escalated. That's basically. Was his name even Matt? Tyler. No, his name is Tyler. God, my memory is all messed up. But yeah, basically, Tyler is that meme. Anything happens and he just escalates into full blown anger, shouting and screaming at the top of his lungs. Lord. Bonnie. Listen, Bonnie would always be smash, but when we have a therapy option, I feel like that should be utilized because nobody has suffered in the entirety of Vampire Diaries the way Bonnie has. Like, the showrunners were constantly out to get her. You know the thing I said about Zero, like how the creator of the show, of the anime, clearly didn't like Zero and just kept on making him suffer. It was basically Bonnie throughout the entirety of Vampire Diaries. The showrunners were like, you were created simply to suffer and die over and over again. The showrunners had such issues. Like, I can't even. I'm not gonna get into that. I did a whole thing on Vampire Diaries if you guys wanna see that. Like, I went through each season and what every character went through within the show, how they developed and stuff. So if you're interested in that, I did a whole video on that. Look at me promoting myself. I don't feel proud, I've never done that before. Anyway, so that's the Vampire Diaries and the original cast that I was able to upload onto this list. After that, we have Castlevania characters, and we are moving at the speed of light. It's 2 shows down, actually, if I think about it. I don't want to slow down, though. I like moving at the speed. I think I tend to talk like super fast, which is okay at times. But at times it leads me to just say things that come into my mind without really thinking about what I'm going to say. It just kind of comes out and then I'm like, why did I say that? Castlevania. To be fair, Castlevania has to be like one of my most favorite vampire shows out there. Like, they did such a great job with it. The story, the characters, the soundtrack, everything is so great. I'm so hyped for Nocturne's season 2, but that's beside the point. We're not talking about Castlevania as a show here. We're talking about the characters and whether they're fuckable or not. That didn't sound right. Why did I say that? Anyways, oh god. Anyways, the first person in the list is Dracula. Vlad Tepes Dracula. Is it Vlad Dracula Tepes? Whatever. Or Dracula Vlad Tepes. You know what? That doesn't matter. What matters is a man who is willing to destroy the whole world for you. Like, hell yes, Dracula, let's fucking go. I'm ready to be Miss Tepes. You go in the smash category. I mean, come on, man. He's a vampire. Ready to destroy the whole world for you. Super smart, super tall. And also kind of a dilf if you think about it. Yes, he has murderous tendencies, but he has a good reason for it. His wife was killed. If I went on a journey and my wife, as hot as she is, was killed, I too would summon demons from hell and destroy the world. I'm not going to do that, but I would if I went through what he went through. I don't have a wife who was murdered. I promise. Trevor. This one is a bit hard. Mostly because I like Trevor. Like, come on, this is a guy who would die to save the world and stuff like that. But when I look at Trevor, I see a guy who hasn't showered in a week. Hi, Sue. How are you? And are you saying smash for Trevor? Oh, Sue likes her men smelly, huh? Look, no hate to Trevor, he's cool and all. But I bet you that this man has not showered in a week and he's been rolling around in the mud. So this man can go. We need a specific category. Let's just go pass for now. Once he's done showering, then we can go into the smash category. Oh god. I don't know where that thought even comes from. Like, literally, I don't know why. Like, every time I look at Trevor, I'm like, you need a shower. Yes, Trevor, I can handle it. That is just the husky scent of manliness. Oh my. Woman, you are unhinged. Like, I don't kink shame. That's not me. If this is what you vibe with, then go for it. But I will send you some scented candles just in case. Oh god. Alucard. Listen, this one is so easy. This one is so damn easy. He's a vampire, he's emo, he has daddy issues. Of course I'm gonna smash. Like, if you've seen me play Stardew Valley and talk about Sebastian, like, this is a no-brainer. I have loved Alucard from the first time I saw him. And that's not going to change even with Nocturne. Like, in Nocturne, he's just prettier than ever. Ah, Alucard. Where can I find me an Alucard? Actually, no, I don't think I want to do that. As much as, actually, if I think about it, as much as, like, I enjoy vampire and vampire media, if I ever met a real-life vampire, I would not date. Because I'm just like, you're okay as a thought. In real life, no thank you. Can you imagine, like, being with a vampire and their mouth, like, just smells like blood all the time, so whenever they speak to you, all you smell is blood? Oh. Get this person some breath mints. I swear I'm not drunk. I'm only drinking water. I just finished a long day at work, and after that, my brain cells are so dead that I can't ever, like, have an intelligent thought. Only clownry for me. Lenore. Lenore is definitely smash. My god. Lenore is like the kind of person who looks innocent but would totally step on you, and like when it's coming from her, I'm okay with it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I could pretend that I'm not okay with it, that oh no, I'm never going to let anyone walk all over me and all that kind of I can say all of those things, but that would be a lie, and I'm not a liar. Lenore is like a definite yes. Carmilla though. I liked her when she first showed up in the, like, came into the show, but would I smash or date? No, because I feel like the only way you could get Carmilla to, like, Carmilla would promise smashing. But in the end, she's gonna girl boss, gatekeep, and manipulate you before you even realize what's happening, and you are her prisoner, and you're being treated horribly, and they'll be giving you maggot-filled bread to eat. R.I.P. Hector. So yeah, I think we will just put her in jail. The tendency to commit war crimes is too high. Hector. Oh god, his face got cut off. I'm so sorry, Hector. I don't know where I would put Hector, to be honest. Like, Hector's cool. He seems like a very nice person. Then he's also really into dead things. And he clearly has a lot of issues revolving around dead things. You know what, Hector? It's fine. I could like, I could like get over it for a day. Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to see. I would smash Carmilla from Fate Grand Order, no question, not Carmilla from Castlevania. You know what? I agree. Carmilla in Fate Grand Order, let's fucking go. That is my queen. Castlevania Carmilla is kind of... Yeah, I'm not looking to be someone's prisoner. I'm not looking to be girl bossed. If that's even a word. Isaac. You know what? I wouldn't actually. You know, this man needs therapy. He has serious issues. Like his issues go beyond like something a good smash could fix. And I'm pretty sure like after season 2 of Castlevania, this man is something of a monster fucker. And not just monster like humanoid monsters, no. He's like kind of out there. I'm not into that. So you go to therapy, you get therapy, so you have some issues to deal with, clearly. Cypher. If it was Cypher from season 1, yes. Cypher from season 2, no. Because listen, after I've saved the world, I don't want to go out and look for a fight. I want to peace out. And Cypher, after saving the world, the only thing she wanted to do was go kill more demons. And I'm just like, girl, you need to chill. And she doesn't know how to chill. So I'm gonna put her in the past category. Listen, I'm a simple person. I don't really vibe with extroverts. And she's an extrovert into 100 by season 2. Lisa Tepish. I mean, listen. No question asked. She goes and smash. I mean, like, do you see this woman? Like, do you see that face? Do you see this woman? Cypher just wanted to throw hands and I can't blame her, but not my thing. Exactly. You get me, so. Like, you get me. Yes, anyways, Lisa Tepish. Definite smash. Look at that woman. She's a beauty. Like, if I was Dracula and if I was married to Lisa and, you know, someone killed her, I too would burn down the world. Not that I have the resources to do that. I assure you, I am not into dark magic. But for her, I would do it. I understand. Like, you look at Dracula and you think, why is he doing this to people? Then you look at his wife and you're like, okay, yeah, makes sense. Like, if the people of Tago Vista could see Lisa's picture, they too would understand why Dracula wants to kill him and be like, yeah, bro, yeah, you know what? We get it. They would not say, bro, we get it. What was her name? Wait. Something with M. God, I remember. I just saw the Castlevania wiki today. What the hell is with my memory? Get your shit together, girl. What are you doing? This is so embarrassing. I've done more embarrassing things. I'm kidding. I know her girlfriend's name was Chiga. Morana. Morana, right. I'd have to say pass. Because I didn't really find her personality all that interesting. Like, the most I know about her is that she was Carmilla's sister and she was in charge of finances, I think. And she was dating Strega. That's the most I know about her. I wonder what happened to them after they ran away. Probably she's out there living her best life at Strega. It should have been me. So yeah, she's gonna go and pass, but Strega would go and smash. Like, initially I would put her in pass as well because, again, you know, they didn't give her a lot of personality outside of being the general of Carmilla's army. But then they had that whole scene where she put on that armor and then went and hunted down humans in daylight. Like, oof. Like, I don't think oof is the right word here, but it's just like, yeesh, okay, like, I get it. I get it. So yeah, smash. For sure, smash. Who am I to say no to a butch lesbian? What was this guy's name? Torment or something? Wait. He had a very annoying name. Godbrand. Yeah, this man stinks. No fucking doubt. Like, listen, there's two kinds of stinky. There's the Trevor kind of stinky where he doesn't have a choice because he's been out there fighting and like on the road for days. So that's why he's stinky. And if given the option, he would choose to not be stinky. Godbrand, on the other hand, willingly chooses to be stinky because he is afraid of water. You can go to jail. You are a public hazard. Oh lord. I feel like Godbrand, if he was alive in like the modern era, would be the kind of person who would just like, pick up the strongest deodorant, like Axe body spray or something, and just, spray on an entire bottle in a day and go like, now no one will ever know I haven't showered in 2 years. And like his body odor and the Axe body spray just mixed together to create the world's most pungent smell. And he thinks he's hot shit. I don't like Godbrand. if my description didn't make it obvious. He was so annoying whenever he was on the show. So when Isaac killed him, I was just like, hell yeah, let's go. So these are the Castlevania characters I currently have. We'll do Nocturne some other time. Wait, Nocturne had that one villain. What was her name? Nocturne is just so lesbian coded. Is that like the right term? Because like there have so many scenes which kind of make you raise your brows and go like, okay. And it's usually between two women. Oh lord. Because there's a Nocturne villain at Smash immediately. I know you're talking. Are you talking about Trollta or Elizabeth Bathory? I wouldn't smash Elizabeth Bathory. She creeps me out. Tara though, I'd go there. Though if she expects me to be a priest, then we're gonna have a problem. Trollta, I knew it would be Trollta. It couldn't be Elizabeth for you. Okay, that is all the Castlevania Season 1 characters. Let's move on to Interview with the Vampire. I only have a few characters from Interview with the Vampire, specifically the ones that stood out to me. I didn't really care for the theater troupe, so I don't have them in this list. So they're just like 5 characters actually. The first one is Lestat. And listen, I want to say no because this man is unhinged, but sometimes I want to smash unhinged, so he goes and smash. Like he does so many things that I'm just like, why? But then I look at his face and I'm like, you know what, you can do whatever you want. Lestat is like a dog. No, not a dog. He's like, Lestat is like a pet lion. You look at it and you're like, oh my god, you're so cute, I love you. And it's gonna chew your feet. And you're gonna be like, hey, stop doing that. But then it's gonna look at you and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, go ahead and chew my feet. Just eat my feet, it's fine. Whatever you want. He's like, does that make sense? He's just like one of those characters. So I feel like he's just a character I would never be able to say no to. And that reflects poorly on me. But I'm not gonna think about that. Claudia is a child, so definite pass. Also, she needs severe therapy. Like, I know they kind of I believe they aged her up for the show. If I'm not mistaken, in the book she's supposed to be younger. But yeah, she needs therapy, like serious therapy. And you can't blame her. If Lestat and Louis were my vampire parents, I too would need therapy. Like, those two have issues. Daniel. Okay, now here's a thought. It's a thought. I'm not sure if it's unhinged or not. Daniel as a human was kind of meh. Not really a gilf. But when he turns into a vampire and has that energy about him and those eyes, he kind of starts encroaching into gilf territory, at least for me. So I'm not gonna make a definite answer for him, because I kind of want to see how season 3 plays out, and if he's in season 3 and he's also a vampire in season 3, things could change. So there's this D column here, which I don't know where it came from, but we're just gonna slip him in there. He's undecided. Armand. Yeah, dude, you're going to jail. What is wrong with you? Armand is like girl boss, gatekeep, gaslight, manipulate. And he just does it in the worst ways possible. Like, he's like, if you're in a group project with Armand, he's not gonna do anything. He's just gonna sit there. And you're gonna do all the work, and then he's gonna take credit for that work and be like, I did that. I saved your life, Louis. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, to be honest, when I was watching the show, and especially like every time Armand was on screen, I was just like I just had this feeling like something with this vampire like is not right. And then like they tell the story of how he met Louis, and I was like, still something's not right. And then the ending comes around in the last episode where they reveal the reveal. Wow, words. I do not know them, clearly. But yeah, when they make the reveal, I was just like, aha, I knew it. So basically, I used so many words to basically say, I don't like Armand. Oh lord. I could have just said that, but I don't like taking the easy way out. I need to explain my feelings in the most complicated way possible. Okay, Louis. This man needs therapy. Like, at one point I was like, is he like does he have memory issues or something? And then at one point I was like, unreliable narrator. And then at one point I was like, okay, so you don't need to sit down with the journalist, you need to sit down with the therapist. Because clearly you're going through something. Like, he goes from one toxic relationship to another and doesn't even realize it. Like, how can you be with someone for 70 plus years and not realize that they are a manipulative piece of shit? I mean, I guess you gotta give Armand credit for pulling the act off for so long, but yeah, Louis has serious issues. So he needs therapy. He doesn't need smashing. He gets plenty of that from Lestat. That didn't seem to fix his issues. The Lestat is the cause for most of his issues, so. Therapy! Yay! Okay, so now we're gonna come to the last show for this particular stream, which is Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Again, this is only Buffy characters, not characters from Angel, because I haven't seen Angel yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I'm kind of like undecided on that. But Buffy, I only went with characters that were like had kind of an importance in the show, because they had so many villains and demons coming in, and it would be very hard to keep. I would have to do like a very dedicated Buffy stream only. So we're just gonna go with the highlights for now, if that makes sense. And yes, Buffy. I recently found the show on the seas and just binged the whole thing. So the first person in the list is Giles, and I'm not sure if this is like a hot take or not. But I'm gonna put him in the smash category because let's see, smart, accent, looks like a DILF. And he's kind of is a DILF, like, you know, he's kind of like a father figure for Buffy, so kind of a DILF. So let's fucking go, man. I don't say no to DILFs. Okay, I do say no to DILFs. It really depends on the DILF. I need to stop saying that word. Angel. Being older, I can see it now. Angel, when I first watched Buffy, I used to love Angel. I mean, come on, tall, brooding, emo. Hell yeah, ticks all my boxes. But now when I did a rewatch of the show, I kind of found Angel boring. Like, it was like, can you get a personality outside of being tragic? So yeah, not the biggest fan of Angel. And the whole thing where, you know, he has one moment of pure happiness and he becomes evil was kind of like, okay, yeah, this is not a relationship that's ever gonna work out. So I'm gonna put him in like the therapy category because he clearly has a lot of issues to deal with before he can date somebody. I also kind of didn't like the fact that they kind of made Angel like Buffy's one true love sort of a thing. Like, she's 17, let her move on. Angel RIP, but understandable, I'd still smash. Why are you trying to turn him evil, Sue? You know what? Actually, turn him evil. I like Evil Angel. Evil Angel has personality. Though he does tend to make things tedious, like kill the girl. What are you waiting for? I can't believe I just said that. Okay, Anya. Yeah, I'm gonna put Anya in pass. I just really found her character very annoying. And then, you know, she started to grow on me at one point, but then she said something to Buffy about how Buffy's never had to make any sacrifices and that her title was just given to her. And at that point, I was like, Anya, go fuck yourself. And then, yeah, her image in my eyes hasn't recovered after that. So Anya's gonna be in pass. I feel like they just introduced her into the show because Cordelia left and they needed to fill her spot, but they just didn't do a great job at it. Okay. Oz. Look, dude. I love a musician, but I also like men who can talk and express themselves. And unfortunately, Oz simply is not that. Like, I think throughout his whole time in the show, he's just kind of like, in every scene he's just kind of like standing around doing nothing. He doesn't react much to situations, so he's gonna be in pass. And we just never see him again after he leaves. When he finds out that Willow is dating somebody else, he just leaves and never comes back. Cordelia, I know that she has like a big role to play in the Angel series. I think she also ends up with Angel, which is like, what the hell, how did that even happen? But I don't, like, I'm just going off Cordelia and how she was in Buffy, and I don't like Cordelia. She's so annoying. And she tends to get away. She's basically a high school bully. We don't like bullies in this house, so you go to jail. Stay there. Dawn is a child and in serious need of therapy, much like Claudia, so get therapy. I don't have much to say about you. Drusilla. Listen, I don't mind crazy vampires. I'd put them in the smash category. But Drusilla's the kind of crazy that just makes me go like, I'm gonna go call the police now. Like, I do not vibe with her brand of craziness, so I'm gonna put her in therapy, I think. Like, she doesn't do anything that's... No, she does kill Kendra. Let's just put her in therapy for now. We'll figure it out later. Spike. Listen, I love Spike in the later season. He's so funny, especially that, like, the whole thing. I still remember it. Like, that whole thing that he does. Out for a walk, bitch. I love Spike, man. In the later seasons, he's so much fun. But I feel like the writers just simply didn't know what to do with Spike, so they just kept putting him in these terrible situations. And I would love to put Spike in the Smash category. Like, I'm all for fixing bad boys, but he tried to assault Buffy, and that's not the kind of bad boy I'm trying to fix in this household, so you can go to jail, Spike. It's not my fault. Blame the writers. They didn't know how to do right by you. Riley. God, he was so boring. Like, Riley's entire run on the show, I really wanted him to just leave. Like, at one point, I think I opened the Buffy wiki just to see when he would fuck off. He was so boring. Like, he was so freaking boring. And usually, you know what, I'm fine with characters that are stable and have a good job and, like, you know, just like emotionally and mentally well-rounded. But then they introduced that whole storyline where he was paying vampires to suck his blood, and I was like, yeah, no. Big pass. Like, how do you create a character that is this boring after creating characters like Spike, Drusilla, Angel? Like, how? Sorry, Riley, you just weren't all that interesting. I know, right? And they kept him for like almost 2 seasons. Like, what the hell? They really wanted Buffy to end up with Riley, and I was just like, nah. Buffy, it's definite smash. Come on, man. Like, is this even a question? Like, actually, I'm kind of conflicted here. Should Buffy be in Smash, or should Buffy be in therapy after everything she's been through? I feel like we should put her in therapy. Yeah, I think she needs help. Like, mentally, she cannot be okay considering the number of times she's died and all the things that she's had to do to save the world. I think she needs serious help, so we put her in the therapy category. Yeah, because if you think about it, at the end of the story, Buffy really doesn't get her happy ending, because she died and she was in heaven. She was at peace and she was pulled back, and that's not like something that they touch upon a lot. Like, it's spoken of here and there, but and then the entirety of the last season, people just keep kind of turning on her. Like, that whole scene where her own friends kind of just oust her even though she was right, and then she can't be with the person she loves the most because being with him would ruin him. And in the end, she starts developing feelings for Spike and he dies. Yeah, no, she needs serious help. She goes through so much. Buffy was struggling. I would like her to heal, so therapy. Exactly. The smashing can come later. For now, girlie, you need to see a therapist. Do you think the Watchers have a good therapy program? I don't think they would, but maybe, who knows. Tara. You know what? Smash. I actually didn't care for her character in the beginning, but I really came to like her, like, by the end. Like, she was pretty interesting, and I did like the contrast that she had. Like, she just had this, like, very calming presence, and you know what? I like calming presence. Willow didn't deserve her. I'm sorry, Willow, you simply did not deserve Tara. I did. I deserved her. Willow, I'm gonna pass. No, I mean, Willow's fine as a friend, but wouldn't date her because I would be afraid that if we ever broke up, she would go evil and try to end the world. Like she did kind of a lot. Like she messed up a lot, especially with the whole thing where she erased Tara's memory of their fight. Yeah, that's kind of messed up. You don't recover from that. I know the writers kind of made them recover from it, but like trust would be broken forever. Like I would never put my faith in you again if you did that to me. Finally, Xandor. Yeah, pass all the way. I know they keep saying that Xander is the heart of the show and all, like heart of the team or whatever. I didn't ever really care for him. Like I tried, I really tried to like his character, but I just couldn't, especially when he would have those fights with Buffy and the things he would say to her were always so unnecessarily cruel. And it was always like, bro, you're such a hypocrite. First you say you hate Cordelia, then you start hating her, and you know what, Cordelia is a human, fine, but then you start dating a demon, ex-demon. You know what, he was with Anna even when she was a demon. So do you get to judge Buffy for her choices? He's just like always so mean to her, especially in the earlier seasons when she's not willing to like. I feel like a lot of his anger comes from the fact that she doesn't want to date him, and he's like really into Buffy, but Buffy is not into him, so he keeps criticizing the choices that she makes. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Xandor. He should have died instead of Anya. I know the showrunners weren't brave enough to do that, but yeah, not the biggest fan of Xandor at all. So yeah, that is my tier list. Let's see, we have quite a few characters on the Smash list, but god, so I think we have even more in the therapy list. Like therapy is dominating. I was about to say I'd smash Willow, but then you reminded me of what happened with Tara and I changed my mind so fast. Yeah, Willow tends to have like very extreme reactions whenever like she breaks up with people. Like when she broke up with Oz, she had that whole reaction where I think she did a spell or something, and because of that, everything she said would come true. It did give us that whole funny scene of Buffy and Spike getting married. But still, yeah, she has very extreme reactions to breakups. Very volatile, so yeah. And she's also the one who came up with the plan to bring Buffy back to life. So Willow, no. Me putting you in the pass category is me being nice. And I'm not usually nice. Lord, okay, hold on 1 second. God, we went through this so fast. I thought that this would take longer because it was like around 3-4 shows. We went through it pretty fast, but then again, I didn't bring out all the characters from the shows because a lot of these shows have been going on for a very, very long time, and their cast is just so big. So I would like probably have to do like dedicated videos just for them, and I might do that in the future sometime. Not now because we just did the first one here. Maybe like in a few months to see how we're feeling about these characters. Are they still in the Smash category? Have our thoughts about them changed in any way? Let's see. I'm glad we finished the challenge. Last time we weren't able to finish. I think last time we only did the Twilight characters, and then I had to go. But yeah, it was a short stream, but I had fun. I hope you guys did too. Tomorrow is Thursday, right? Yes, tomorrow we will be returning to Stardew Valley because it is my birthday week and I wish to romance Sebastian. So tomorrow is going to be a Sebastian stream. Yay! I'm having withdrawal symptoms. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. And yeah, I will see you guys later. Bye. Thank you for hanging out with me.